All right. This happened about a year ago. A couple of officers were assaulted by a man, and I'm telling you, the bravery of these officers is truly incredible. This is Australia, and we're going to hear the police chief talk about how they did. And oh my God, you're going to look at this and think, man, that is what policing is all about. Let's listen to him describe what took place.
Yeah, about 11:20 today, two of the officers from PTC Southwest were walking along Jacob Street at Bankstown. They've seen a male on the road which has nearly been hit by a bus, so they've asked him to get off the road. That male has then approached the two female officers and kicked one of them to the chest and then began punching her. She was able to use her OC spray, and then the second officer got involved and assisted her partner. And that offender then turned on her and began to knee and punch that officer. The first officer then got back involved in the altercation and sprayed the offender, who then ran off.
Well, this guy must have been a brute. Oh my God. I mean, I can just picture somebody who probably used to play in the NFL or something like that.
After that, a number of members of the community came and assisted the police and checked on their welfare, before the two officers then continued after the offender, who then left towards Bankstown Railway Station. The male was unable to be found at Bankstown Railway Station, but we were able to track him through CCTV to Yagoona, where police from Bankstown Highway Patrol arrested the offender. He's now in custody at Bankstown Police Station, and the matter is being investigated.
Okay, so I want to get this right. This man assaulted both of these officers and then ran off. Oh, they chased him down though. Oh man, and they give him a whooping. You can bank on it. At any rate, they arrested the man, and somehow they probably had to bring out a whole squad to hold him down because he's so big and tough and he's a mean hombre. So let's go ahead and continue on here.
Yeah, the two officers did a great job.
They did a great job. We got to remember that.
In responding to it, and the work that they did in assisting to arrest the offender was great. Their bravery was unbelievable.
Unbelievable bravery. I can't wait to see what happened.
Under such conditions of quick reaction to this offender attacking them.
And they had cat-like reactions to when he attacked them. That is what a police officer needs. You know, we need to go to Australia to learn how to police because they've got it down.
The community members also assisted, which was great to see them working closely with the police and checking on their welfare. The two officers are now back from the hospital in good spirits, a little bit shocked by the whole ordeal, but in good spirits, and they did an amazing...
And they're in good spirits because they delivered an ass kicking to a dangerous criminal.
Amazing job to look after themselves and also to protect the community on a day-to-day basis.
Protecting the community on a day-to-day basis. Oh my God, that just tugs at your heartstrings.
They've got a few cuts and bruises at this stage, and we'll wait and see how they're going tomorrow, but they're in good spirits and they're back here at the command.
They just dusted off those injuries like it was nothing.
Yeah, back in the charge room, another officer was assaulted, and he's now up at hospital just getting checked out, but we think he'll be all right and he should be back soon with the team.
Now, what chance does a single officer have against somebody like that?
No, definitely not. The officers here at Bankstown work closely with the community.
Okay, so the officers work closely with the community at Bankstown. All right, in a moment, we're going to see what actually happened. But in the meantime, let's listen to another take on what took place here. Now, I don't know who this is, but he has his own take on the situation.
Shows the courage and the tenacity that police right around this state are showing in these unusual times.
And they'll...
Courage and tenacity. All right, so I know what you're thinking. When are you going to show us what happened? Well, here we go. This is from a body cam on the officer, well, one of them, and we'll have another angle a little bit later. But this is at the very start of the attack. You can see the one officer in front of the officer that has the body cam, and the suspect is in the red. And the size of him, truly incredible. I don't blame them for struggling.
Two unsuspecting.
Wait, is she carrying a shopping bag? I guess that's standard equipment for patrol officers in Australia now. You carry shopping bags. Oh, geez. This is so bad.
Officers patrol the streets of locked down Bankstown before an explosion of violence.
Get back! Get back!
Notice those cat quick-like reactions. Man, she was on that right from the go.
Backs to the wall, the female senior constables face a vicious attack.
Okay, we now have another angle. And yeah, we got to remember what was said about them. Courage and tenacity. And they did a great job. Their bravery was unbelievable. They did an amazing job of looking out for themselves and the community. Well, let's take a look at what happened.
Transport command officers allegedly approached the man as he stood in the middle of the road in the middle of Bankstown. It's then that he's...
Daddy, what does it mean to have a mud hole stomped in you? Well, let me show you. This dude is absolutely whooping ass.
become aggressive, they allege. Capsicum spray was deployed, but an onslaught of violence...
And he gets away. 2 officers on 1 unarmed suspect, and he gets away. Daddy, what does it mean to have a new asshole ripped in you? Well, let me show you.
Violence ensued.
By the way, what they don't show you here is that a member of the community went chasing after the suspect while the 2 officers here basically consoled each other. The one on the right, the blonde, she's not even that small. She looks like she's pretty good size, and she did nothing. She basically tap danced around, totally afraid of getting into the fight. Although maybe that is really smart. I'm thinking that, you know, if you ever have a hot rod and you don't want anybody to know how powerful it is, so you drive real slow and everybody goes, man, I wonder how much power he's got under the hood. But when you peel out, people say, he doesn't have much. So sometimes it's best not to play your hand. And so I think that this female police officer, who's probably a real brute, isn't showing what she really can do. Keep the mystery going. The other one, well, we know what she can do. Nothing. She got her ass handed to her. He kicked the living crap out of her, and he's all but maybe 5'6", 5'7". So the 2 officers, one basically put up no fight at all. If you're getting pummeled like that, you got to do something. Gather the courage up and start swinging. Do something. Instead, she basically cowered, tried to hide her face while the man just wailed on her. The other one did absolutely nothing, just kind of danced around. And then at the very end, she sprays the OC and then runs away from him again. Let's take a look.
The Public Transport Command officers allegedly approached the man as he stood in the middle of the road in the middle of Bankstown.
Now take a look. She's cowered over and he's kicking and beating the crap out of her. She's putting up no resistance whatsoever. If he had a knife, she'd be dead. Now here comes the second officer, and she's going to gather up the strength, run in there, spray him, and then run back.
It's then that he's become aggressive, they allege. Capsicum spray was deployed.
And then runs backwards. She doesn't even want to get near him. She is so afraid of getting hit.
But an onslaught of violence ensued. The man manages to break...
Now, let me ask you a question here. Do they look like the 2 that ran after and apprehended the suspect? Come on, man. Nobody is buying that story. And keep in mind, both of them had to go to the hospital for treatment. But don't worry, everybody. The streets are safe. The community is safe because they're back on patrol. Like my video, subscribe to my channel, and tell me what you think. Would you like to have them as your partners on the streets?